So we are going to go ahead and take the final tour. Right off the bat, as soon as you walk through the gates of the Slumber Island, you're going to be greeted with what's essentially Hyrule Field. And there's, you know, a ton of... Run away. There's a ton of guardians. Not a ton, but, you know, they're sprinkled around. For sure. Around the path of where you would normally, I guess, have them all around Hyrule Field. But yeah, we used the vines to look like their legs coming out of the ground. And the path does bridge this way, but we're gonna go up here first towards Hyrule Castle and the greater Hyrule centralized area. But here's some more guardians outside of the castle. And we'll go ahead and start with Hyrule Castle. As I've said in most of my build videos, this island is kind of an amalgamation of all Zelda games. It's a love letter to as many as I could fit in there as I could remember, but some of my favorites really, from Link to the Past, which we will shortly discuss with a little Easter egg, to Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, of course. There's a little Wind Waker thing in here, and of course, obviously, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, if you come over here, we have, you know, more guardians outside of Hyrule Castle, kind of broken down, but, you know, we're slowly kind of getting into more of the bustling, actually still operating and alive Hyrule Castle city center kind of thing. When you first walk in, the castle is my house up there on the second level, and I debated actually on making it kind of a third level to make it, you know, a little bit more grand. But the Hyrule Castle has, you know, it's been different over the years. In most games, the iterations of it have changed quite a bit. You'll see little puppies and kitties scattered about, and that's a little reference to Twilight Princess, if you recall, if you've played the game. When you go through Castle Town, you can pick up the puppies and the kitties and walk around with them, and that was always my favorite little portion of walking around Castle Town in Twilight Princess. But here's their little marketplace that you could also find in, like, Twilight Princess and even Ocarina. Houses where, you know, people live. This is a little reference to Link to the Past, where you fell down the well to get to the basement of the castle, which we actually can do and will do shortly. If you don't want to go through the main entrance, you can if you want to. But that's not really it's not really all that fun. So let's go out this way. Off to the eastern side of the castle. Come down this way. Here's another Twilight Princess little reference, if you know, you know. One of the hardest little chase scenes with the bar wench that helps you along. But this way, off to the path this way, goes another way, and this way goes down to the Temple of Time, and this way goes to Lon Lon Ranch. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go showcase what I built on the live that I had this past week. Now you can see that there's like little stone steps that kind of wrap around this way, and a little rock right here. And you kind of want to go behind this tree, and there's a Mario pipe, and you're gonna want to jump down into this Mario pipe. And this is the Link to the Past reference. Now it's not his uncle, but it is Zelda. She is down here locked away. And we had have some little effects going on here. The guard's evil and taking over, kind of like it was in Link to the Past. We got a boss key. And then, you know, randomly we have Wolf Link also. A little Twilight Princess nod, because he's down here, he's shackled in the corner, sleeping. But we will go upstairs, continue through the castle. And of course you are met with the grand opening hallway here. Don't know if these guards are gonna wake up and attack you here. We will go, we might need the boss key to get back here, and I know we have it, but we don't have enough supplies to go back there just yet. So we're gonna go over here, see what room this is. And this is Zelda's little library, or the Hyrule Castle library. And of course you've got a heart piece, you've got a rupee you can get. This little letter is important, could be a clue to how to beat Ganon. Could be something that you need. I also wanted to put some boots here because it could be a reference, but it's not Kakariko Village. And that's also a Link to the Past reference to run into these at full speed with the running boots that you can get on Link to the Past and bash into the bookcase, and you get a book that falls down that you need to read. There's the library. I'll go to the other side. Here's another room area. Obviously we can get the Hyrulean shield and sword here. Cue the typical treasure chest opening noise here, which I'm surprised they didn't include, because I know that in New Leaf pretty sure we had a treasure chest that had the Telltale Legend of Zelda classic chest opening noise. Another room to find some more supplies and whatnot that you need for your final battle. And before we go do that, we're going to go upstairs. Is Zelda's room. So of course we have some little references here and there. We have the Triforce, we have her sandals, we have a heart. Zelda loves to read, she's scholarly obviously. We also have Tetra, a little Tetra outfit. Sheik, or Sheikah emblem up there. Little nod. Fairy bottle, another heart. But we have little nods of her colors, like the pink and the purple. And of course her new outfit from Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, there you go. There's Zelda's top floor room. Now let's go into battle. Use that boss key we found down in the basement. And here's the great throne room that's been taken over by Beast Ganon. I have to unlock the J-Hulk here. As you can see, the evil energy spiraling about. There's also kind of a weird sound that you can hear in the background. I made sure to add sound effects. Now we have to go explore the rest of these regions. Alright, so let's start off by leaving the main area here. And we will go right. If we follow the path down here, ooh, another heart. Follow the path down here. Passing by the Silent Princesses, we have the Temple of Time. The ruined Temple of Time. Kind of similar to the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom one. Got a statue with more Silent Princesses. And a heart piece, of course. A little campfire where we can cook our meals and refresh. And of course we have a little Zonai entrance and exit here. And I made this quickly at the end of the last stream too. I needed a little bit of a Wind Waker reference down here. So of course I put Link medley with her harp. This is a way bigger harp, obviously. And Tetra. And here's another quick little reference. This is supposed to be Tingle. But you know. And I didn't really showcase this outside of one of my other lives of creating Hyrule, but we did do a fairy fountain over here to the left, or excuse me, to the right of the Temple of Time. Here's a little fairy fountain. Of course, you get the 3 hearts back. And we have our Nabby and other fairies floating around. We have a little Korok, another little Korok puzzle. Those are dotted all over. Yeah, we're a little secluded fairy fountain over here. I wanted it to be really bright and colorful and pretty. I think this is where I was going to put the Wind Waker, but I just ran out of time and I ended up putting it over here, which is fine. But if we go back up this way, follow the path back up past the Temple of Time, we have Walen Ranch. And I fixed it up a little bit. I added some more horses. I had an actual Walen milk stalls. Just a few more little things here and there. But we can continue the path down this way. A rock path will follow back around up above the fairy fountain. And we are, as seen here, entering Kakariko Village. Just a little blip of Kakariko Village. I know it's not much, but it's something. We can get our heart piece. And you can get to Kakariko Village from this bridge over here. Which kind of built up. And you can get a little bit of a view of Beetle over there if you want to go buy some supplies, but this wraps back around and you can get to the castle and other areas that way if you'd like. But all the water that's in this area is definitely leading to Zora's domain, which I also added a few extra little things to. You get your other heart piece here. I added some snowy backdrops there because, you know, it's getting close to Lanayru Upper Province, which it's kind of cold up there, so here's the little Bloopy back over there, if you can see him behind the tree. And here's this cave. Follow him in there. And to the left of Zora's domain, we hop over here, past the Bloopy cave. We are going to go visit Beetle. And he's got a little tent here, and we can get some more arrows or, you know, some potions. Cook a campfire dinner there to recharge. Because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it going this way. Of course, there's another Korok puzzle. That's pretty fun. But we're gonna make our way down the path this way, and we are entering Eldin Province. Goron City and Death Mountain. Across the train tracks here. Lots of mining operations, lots of lava. You have a Goron here, where you can buy some iron boots, maybe some flame retardant materials so you don't burn up. Some more mining operations up that way. But as we continue along this way, we are greeted with Death Mountain. I kind of love using the frosted partitions as the lava. It looks a lot better at night, but take a look really quick. I'll go this way. That looks really cool. Looks really cool at night. And of course the Gorons, they love their hot springs, so we had to put a couple of hot springs around. But leaving this area past the saunas and out of Eldin Province, you can go to Lost Woods this way, but that's not the best way to go. So we're going to go back through Eldin Province, and we're going to go down and around and take the maze way back to the Lost Woods. Let's bypass Kakariko Village and go over the bridge. Go back towards Hyrule Field. And we're going to take that way that was to the left of Hyrule Field at the entrance. And we are at Lake Hylia and the Great Hylian Bridge. And there's another type of Korok over there. I didn't switch him out from a gyroid when I found the Korok code, but that's okay. He kind of does look like a Korok anyway. We're gonna cross the Great Hylian Bridge. You might see an ocarina over there. Kind of spy it back there near the heart. We're gonna go over the Great Bridge, and the Great Bridge is gonna take us to Gerudo Desert. Of course, we have some Stalfos and whatnot waiting over here. And I really wanted a Twilight Princess reference over here for the Arbiter Grounds and Midna's Mirror. I just kind of used the Zonai Crest for that because I couldn't find anything that really resembled it other than maybe like the gong or something. But I thought the zonite crust worked too. But of course we have some alive Stelphos we're going to have to beat. Yeah, here's the Gerudo Arbiter Grounds, Gerudo Town little area. If we go north of Gerudo, we're gonna take the path out. And there's another way to get to Gerudo too. It wraps back around from the Hyrule Castle. You can get there too from that area. But if we keep heading north up the path here, through the mountainous areas, we will get to the entrance of the Lost Woods. But outside of the Lost Woods, you'll be greeted by old friend from Ocarina up there. See if you can spot him. He'll give you some tips. Let's go ahead and make it a little kind of creepier and darker. If we had some fog, that would be great. But we can go this way. We got some creepy crawlies up there. Some mysterious mushrooms. The Korok's playing some games, you know, and whatnot. I really kind of wanted to make this more of a maze, but I just ran out of space. So as we enter the main area, we of course have the great Dooku tree here with the Hyrulean sword out in front for the taking. We have some more Koroks. I wanted this to feel very woodsy and kind of closed in. And of course up there we couldn't forget Skull Kid after he stole the mask. So there sits the Majora's Mask. The Skull Kid playing games. And we'll exit the way we came into the Lost Woods, down this way, following the path around over here. And I had extra space I didn't know what to do with. So we made a little Tears of the Kingdom stable here. Couldn't get a big horse head, but a little springy ride-on, I think sufficed to represent our stable here. A little apple to feed our horses. Change out the horse that we want. A little bit of water sweeping and whatnot over here, and try to figure out what direction we want to go in. And then here's another bridge that leads back over to Hyrule Castle in the moat that kind of goes around. You can fish, you can get a rupee over here. You can see some of the sights. You can see Death Mountain back there. We have another side entrance into our castle town. Just kind of a little island over here. But there we have it. There is my Hyrule Slumber Island. I hope you guys enjoyed all the build videos. I had so much fun making this island. It was just a ton of fun, and I'm so glad that they came out with all these Legend of Zelda Island items finally for us to use. And I hope I gave you guys some creativity to maybe build your own Hyrule, or sections of Hyrule. But I will have all the codes that I used for you guys to use very shortly. I'll have them posted on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. But again, thanks for joining me for all the different builds, and thanks for joining me for this full island walkthrough. Again, I hope you enjoyed it and had as much fun as I did making this island, and I will be back very soon with some more builds. I have one that I've been working on in my head for a while that I need to put into action here, but I will see you all very soon. Bye!